Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny, Foodybite apps. Inside today we need to developing this here the my favorites tabs we need to develop here. First of all, we need to see these designs inside the XD files. We need to look like this UI already need to develop inside the restaurant list. We need to put this here the only here this place the booking button. So we need to put here this place and we need to remove this here the user space and this screen are the complete here. Now we need to use these screens, need to similar to UI, need to draw here, same like here, need to creating here. How to create? First of all, need to create here the new screens inside the new tabs. So need to develop here to create here the new folders and to give this here the name as a favorite like here's and now need to create here the new files and to give this here the name my favorite tab dot like here's need to create these files and we need to copy this here the screens. First of all need to go and we need to copy this here the restaurant list, need to copy this all code and we need to replace with here the this code. So need to paste inside the my favorite list like here's and we need to set this years. Now we need to create here the icons. We need to configure this years. We need to give this here the action like here's and leadings. We need to set here the containers. We need to configure this years and we need to create here the brackets for this UI. We need to creating here like here's and now need to change this here the icons. We need to write down here the search like here search icons. We need to put here's and primary text. We need to configure this here's and now also need to set this here the titles. We need to configure this here the my favorite titles. We need to set this here's like here my favorite need to set this here the favorite fix here's typo like here's need to configure this here's now need to no needs here the search need to clean here. So need to use this here the list view. Need to remove this here the this expanded. We need to remove this here and to replace with this here the columns like here's need to fix this here's and need to save here's like we need to creating here's and to replace this here the main tabs inside the this tabs. We need to change here's now need to go inside the main tabs and we need to change this here the containers. We need to write down here's my favorite maybe not rename. We need to first of all the rename this screen. Need to write down here favorite tabs and save this here's also need to replace here's my favorite tab. Maybe need to add here the typo fix favorite tabs. Need to write down here favorite my favorite tab screen like here's and we need to fix this here the type of favorite and replace here's for this value and we need to save here's remove this here the search bars no needs. Now need to clean also need to rename here this file name my favorite tab screen set here's. Now we need to save here's and to go inside the main tabs and to give this here the name my favorite tab screens. We need to configure, so remove this here, this const value, and we need to configure here and fix this here. Now this is the tab are the configures. Now need to click here and show like this here, similar to designs. We need to showing here. Now need to change this here, the cells. We need to changing here. First of all, so need to go inside here, the use this here, the which cells we need to configures for this tab. So need to find out here. Need to go here first of all, and we need to find out here the restaurant row. You need to copy this here, the screen, copy, and we need to creating here the inside the favorite cell, favorite row, score row dot dots. Paste this here this codes, and we need to change this here the name favorite row like here. So need to configures and to set this here this value are the configures. Now we need to removing this here the image. We need to no need. So need to cleaning this here the image like here. Need to clean here, and we need to replace this here this screen. Copy here. Now go favorite tabs and replace here and import this here, and unused we need to remove here. Save here and look like this here the showing for this UI. We need to set here the UI. Need to configure here. Now need to go inside here the favorite definitions. Go to definitions, and we need to find out here the stack, and we need to give this here the setting here the image, and after so need to configure this here the bottom centers. We need to bottom center to need to change this here the bottom right like here. So we need to set change this here the alignment, because we need to right side buttons, we need to need this here. That's why I need to configure here. First of all, need to create here the containers, create here the decorations, box decorations, set here the border radius circular. So need to set this here the 30, and we need to give this here the fixed height and width. We need to configure for this UI. Need to set here 60, and also height 16 like here. So need to configure here. Then after, so need to set this here the colors of this background, color white. Then after the box shadow const, and we need to set this here the box shadow, set here the color black 12, not white, to use here black 12. Remove this here this const value, and maybe set here color. Blur radius, we need to configure this here the 2, and offsets also need to provide this here the bottom shadow. That's why I need to given this here the x is equal to set here the 0, and y is equal to give this here the 2 like here the configure for the shadow. Need to configure here and set here the const value like here, and we need to configure and showing like this here the buttons. Now we need to configure this here the small size. We need to setting here the 50 for this button here, maybe 60 is good. Set here the margin const, edges inset symmetric, horizontals we need to give this here the 20, and verticals also need to configure this here the value of this here the verticals. Need to setting this here for this UI. Need to set here the 40, and maybe 30 needs like here's, and we need to set here the 15 like similar to draw, and also need to increase this here the blur radius like here's. Now we need to put inside here the buttons. We need to making here. First of all, we need to creating here child, and we need to set here the inkwell on tab event like here, and declares here the childs, and to create here the icons, set here the icon dots. We need to set here the bookmark icons. We need to set here like here, and we need to set this here the colors. We need to configure this here the t color primary colors. We need to configure here and show like here the bookmark icons, and also need to give this here the size. Need to set here the 30 more increase like here. So need to configure this here the this UI or the done here the favorite tabs. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channel and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment section. So I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.